Okay. Let me just double check. Something over here and something over here. This one. Okay, cool. And this one. There. And you. I've been good, Drake. How are you? Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. I think I'm good to do this then. Not that. You know what? That'll work. Okay. Cool. Cool. Oh, do I not have my knife over here to open the box easier? I don't think I do. Fine. There's the rip. Okay. They're advertising Secret Lair in the box. So we have our Secrets of Strixhaven, the various schools. So white black is Silverquill, blue red is Prismari, black green is Witherbloom, red white is Lorehold, and green blue is Quandrix. Post workday, second wind at the moment. Hey, that's always nice. Where it's like, all right, I'm done with work, and I have just all this energy to do stuff. I honestly don't need that, so that can go in the trash. We move the box to the side. Right about there. All right. Okay, the Spellbook Seeker, 4 mana, 3/3 flying. It enters prepared, and then you can unprepare it by casting Careful Study. Draw 2, discard true. I mean, a 4 mana, 3/3 flyer that eventually just draws you extra cards is always nice. Rubble Mauser, 3 mana for a 1/4. When it enters, you can discard a card to draw a card. You can exile a card from your graveyard to add red, and when you do, deal a damage to each opponent. Wild Hypothesis. I like how the fractals look in the set. The crystal type figures, very cool. X and green, make a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token, put X counters on it, and then surveil 2. So 2 mana, you get a 1/1 surveil 2. Obviously 5 mana, you get a 4/4 and surveil 2. Adventurous Eater, 3 mana, 3/2 that enters prepared, and then have a bite. You can put a counter on a creature, and you gain a life. Elite Interceptor, 1 mana for 1/2 that enters prepared. 1 in a blue at sorcery speed. You can tap or untap a creature, draw a card. Grapple with Death, 1 green and black, destroy an artifact or a creature, and gain a life. Oh, Homesickness. That's nice. That's supposed to be like a sort of Mirror of Erised reference, or that might just be supposed to be a photo. Target player draws 2 cards, tap up to 2 target creatures, put a stun counter on each of them for 6 mana. It's not bad. Garrison Excavator. 4 mana, 3/4, menace. When one or more cards leave your graveyard, make a 2/2 red-white spirit token. Oh, nice. Essence Knit Scholar. Black-green and a hybrid of them. When this creature enters, make a 1/1 green and black pest that whenever this token attacks, gain a life. Begin your end step. If a creature died under your control, draw a card. So you get 2 creatures for the price of 1. Then you could sack something, draw cards. Okay. That one's a little interesting. Ooh. Jazzy, Steward of Fate. 3 mana, 4/2/4. Enters prepared. When he enters, you draw 2, discard 2. And then for blue XX, create X green, X00 blue and green fractal tokens. Then put X counters on each of them. So for 3 mana, you make 1/1/1. For 5 mana, you make 2 2/2s. For 7 mana, you make 3 3/3s, etc. Ooh, Decorum Dissertation. 5 mana. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life, so a way more expensive Sign in Blood. But it's got Paradigm, which says after the first time you cast the spell, you exile it. Then you may cast a copy of it from exile without paying its mana cost at the beginning of each of your main phases. So every turn, you can just be like, I'll lose 2 life, draw 2 cards. Or make your opponent lose 2 life and draw 2 cards. Royal Treatment in the Mystical Archive. Green, instant target creature you control gains hexproof until the end of turn. Create a Royal Rule token attached to that creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and ward. And then our foil is the Rancorous Archaeac. 5 mana for 2/2 Trample Reach. Converge, it enters with a +1/+1 counter for each color spent to cast it. So it could be a 7/7 if you spent 5 different colors. I actually kind of like how the foiling is on that. It's nice. Form of Amity. Enters tapped, adds white or black, and then for 2 white-black, tap Surveil 1. There are 5 of these lands in this set. Oh yeah, and there's a Fractal token. And the Pest token. Let's keep those separate. And you know what? I'll even put these separated. All right. Earglyph Mage. 4 mana for a 3/3. When it enters, make a 1/1 white-black Inkling creature token with flying. It's a very nice card. Oh, and it's a cat, too. Nice. I need something to drink. All right. Run Behind. We have 4 mana instant, costs 1 less to cast if it targets an attacking creature. The owner puts it on the top or bottom of their library, so a nice tuck effect here. Tome Blast, 2 mana sorcery for 2 damage to any target. Flashback it for 5. So kind of burst lightning. Shopkeeper's Bane. 3 mana for a 4/2. It's a badger. Trample. When it attacks, you gain 2 life. Oh, that's not bad. Pull from the grave. 3 mana. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand, and you gain 2 life. Terrafractal. I like how this one looks. That's a dinosaur, not a bird. Oh, because it's a pterodactyl. Duh. X green blue. Flying enters with X +1/+1 counters on it. When this creature enters, you gain 2 life. So X is 3. It's a 4/3 flyer that gains you 2 life. That's pretty good. Inkling Mascot. White-black for a 2/2. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery that targets a creature, this creature gains flying, and then you surveil 1. Primary Research, 5 mana. When it enters, return target non-land permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Within your end step, if a card left your graveyard this turn, draw a card. Oh. That's actually not bad. It's a little expensive, but I mean, if you're building the deck around it, like, being able to draw cards isn't bad for in white. And then Living History, 1 in red for an enchantment. When it enters, make a 2/2 spirit. Whenever you attack, if a creature left, or if a card left your graveyard this turn, an attacking creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Not horrible. Paradox Surveyor, green-blue hybrid. Reach 3/3. When it enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a land card or a card with X in its mana cost from among them and put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom in any order. Ooh, the Arc of Hunger. 2 red-white. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, this artifact deals a damage to your opponents, and you gain a life. Mill a card, you can play that card this turn. And a Repel Calamity. 2 mana, destroy target creature with power or toughness 4 or greater. A nice little end-game threat there. Lecturing Scorn Mage. 1 mana, 1/1. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. That's very nice. And a Foil Island. It's like a little tornado there. 3/3 Elemental. And a treasure. All right. Textbook Tabulator. 3 mana, 0/3 Increment. Whenever this creature enters, surveil 2. So Increment, if you cast a spell with mana value greater than this power, you put a counter on him. So it's similar to Evolve. But it cares about spells, not particularly creatures. Heated Argument. 5 mana. Instant, deals 6 damage to target creature. You can exile a card from your graveyard, and if you do, deal 2 damage to the player as well, which then synergizes with the other stuff that cares about cards leaving your graveyard. I like this card. Studious First Year, a 1 mana, 1/1 Bear Wizard. He enters prepared, and then for 2 mana, you can cast Rampant Growth, search your library for a land card, put it on the battlefield tapped. Like, it's turn 1, you play this. Turn 2, you swing with it, assuming they have no blockers. You get 1 damage in, then you Rampant Growth. And it's like, alright, yeah. Melancholic Poet, 2 mana, 2/2 with Repartee. So if you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. Rapier Wit, 1 mana or 2 mana for an instant, tap a creature. If it's your turn, though, put a stun counter on it and draw a card. So you can use it as a combat trick when your opponent's about to go to combat, or if you're wanting a little damage in, you can tap down their creature and stun it, so that you're guaranteed to get something in. Do you not have a rapier in your sword collection? And also, look at that rapier. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Yeah, look at that. That's a nice rapier. Spirit Mascot. Red-white for a 2/2. If one or more cards leave your graveyard, put a counter on this guy. You have a Kalishmard. I need to look up what that word is. Kolich Mard. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that. It's got like a thicker portion near the end, though. Because I would feel like a rapier is like same width all throughout the blade. That's what like I would interpret as a rapier is like, oh hey, you know, like this pen would be a rapier because it's the same width throughout, essentially. Broadsword Forte Rapier Foilable. Thunder Drum Soloist. 2 mana, 1/3 with reach. If you cast an instant sorcery, deal 1 damage to each opponent. But Opus trigger, if it was 5 mana or more that you spent, it deals 3 damage. Ooh. Spirit Call Enthusiast. 3 mana, 3/3. Whenever one or more tokens you control enter, this becomes prepared. And then for 2 mana, 1 or 2 target creatures each get +2/+2 until the end of turn. Teacher's Pest. Green-black for a 1/1 with Menace. Whenever this creature attacks, gain a life. And then for green-black, return it from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. The Joined Researchers. And they were roommates. 2 mana, 2/2 first strike. At the beginning of each end step, if an opponent has more cards in hand than you, this creature becomes prepared. And then Secret Rendezvous. You and target opponent each draw 3 cards. Nice little callback to the Secret Rendezvous card. Bitter Triumph. 2 mana. Additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card, or pay 3 life. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. And a Foil Tackle Artist. 4 mana for a 4/3 trample. Opus. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. Or 5 or more mana puts 2 counter on it. Oh, yeah, there's always some good, like, capital puns. In the Magic sets. Like, I remember there was, or not necessarily puns, but always, like, nice little references. Like, back in Outlaws of Thunder Junction, there was literally Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. Barrage Barrage. 2 mana. Target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn if you cast another instant or sorcery. Then it deals damage equal to its power to up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. Terramorphic Expanse. We've seen this plenty of times. It's Evolving Wilds. You search for a basic land, put it in play tapped. Cheerful Osteomancer. 4 mana, 4/2. Enters prepared, and then you can raise dead to return a creature from your graveyard to your hand. Shattered Acolyte. I'm really curious how, like, this portion right here is going to look in the foil. 2 mana, 2/2 lifelink. 1 mana, sack this creature, destroy an artifact or an enchantment. Essence Scatter. 2 mana, counter target creature spell. I've seen that plenty of times. Stadium Title Mage. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, you can draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Potioner's Trove. 3 mana. It's the mana rock of the set. You gain 2 life, but only if you've cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn. So you can use it for mana or a little bit of life gain. Ooh, Sundering Archaic. I have not seen this one yet. 6 mana, 3/3. Converge. When it enters, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls the mana value less than or equal to the number of colors spent to cast. So you can exile up to a 5-drop. 2 mana. Put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Huh. Yeah, that second ability probably won't really come in handy. The first one's not bad. Ooh, Prismari Charm. Blue-red. Choose one, surveil 2, then draw a card. Deal 1 damage to each of up to, 1 or 2 target creatures. Or return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand. I'm actually curious how these are going to look as well in the foil. Soaring Stone Glider. Oh, it's an elephant. That's cool. 3 mana, 4/3. Oh, wow. Oh, an additional cost to cast this. Exile 2 cards from your graveyard or pay an additional 1 and a white. But it's flying and vigilance. Dina's Guidance. 1 green or 1 black green. Search your library for a creature card. Reveal it, put it in your hand or your graveyard. Then shuffle. Ooh, and we get a reprieve. 1 and a white. Return a spell to its owner's hand, and then you draw a card. Ooh, nice. And a foil mythic. Emeritus of Woe. 4 mana for a 5/4. It enters prepared. At the beginning of your end step, if 2 or more creatures died this turn, this creature becomes prepared, and the preparedness is a demonic tutor. Search your library for a card, put it in your hand, and then shuffle your library. Ooh, and a foil full art mountain. Very cool. Elemental and treasure again. Let's sleeve up that Emeritus. That's actually very sweet. Can I fix that? Let's see here. Nightbot. Dashboard, please. The alias you set does not exist. Okay, so can I... Oh, here we go. Timers. I only have the 3, though. So how can I get that to stop? Yeah, that's fine. Default. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. Settings. Okay, the alias you set this command to be of #store does... Yeah, so I'm looking at... So did the... Okay, want to keep up with me, do the Discord, which is automatic. And then the want to see more content YouTube, which is automatic. Which are those. Oh, so let's get rid of that. Okay, that should fix it, I think. Yeah, so I think, yeah, let's delete that for now, and I can worry about that later. Okay, cool. I think I fixed it. All right, we have the Interpreter. Chase Inspiration, 1 mana. instant. Target creature you control gets +0/+3 and hexproof until end of turn. We saw a Rubble. We saw the Wild. Last Gasp. 2 mana. Target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. Great way to just kill something. Grapple with Death. We saw Dual Tactics. 1 mana sorcery. Deal 1 damage to target creature. It can't block this turn. Flashback for 2. Okay. So, my thinking is, your opponent plays a really disgusting 2/2 bomb on turn 2. And you know you just need to get rid of it. So you can go Dual Tactics, Flashback Dual Tactics, you get rid of the 2/2. Or, it's late game, you get this, so you deal a damage to a creature, it can't block. You then flash it back, deal damage to a second creature, that can't block. So they have 2 less blockers, maybe you're able to go in for the win. So it's versatile, which is great. You gotta love that. Campus Composure. Ooh, there's a water horse back there. 4 mana, 3/4. Ward 2 enters prepared. And then 5 mana, make a blue-red elemental creature token with flying. That's solid. Like, that's pretty good. Snooping Page. 1 white, black, with repartee. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery that targets a creature, this creature can't be blocked. Ooh. And if it deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card and lose a life. Okay. Environmental Scientist, 2 mana, 2/2. When it enters, you may search your library for a basic land card and reveal it and put it in your hand. It's a guaranteed you get your 3rd land drop. Like, no, that's great. I like that. Tragedy Feaster, 4 mana, 7/6 trample with Ward. Discard a card. At the beginning of your end step, sack a permanent unless you've gained life this turn. Yeah, but you have a 7/6 trample on turn 4. Like, that's great. Ooh. Knockout Maneuver in the Mystical Archives. 2 and a green. Sorcery. Put a counter on target creature you control. Then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent controls. So another punch spell. And a foil Return the Favor. This is from Outlaws of Thunder Junction originally. Red, instant, spree. You need to at least pay 1 of the spree costs, so it's minimally going to be 3 mana. It could be 4, where you copy an instant sorcery, activated ability, or triggered ability, and you choose new targets for the copy. Or you can change the target of a spell or ability. That's very nice. Ooh, we get the Plains. And the Fractal Pestigon. Owlin Historian. If Wan Xing Tong was in the world of Magic. 3 mana, 2/3 flyer. When it enters, surveil 1. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, this creature gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. Procrastinate. X in a blue. Sorcery. Tap target creature. Put twice X stun counters on it. So for 2 mana, you tap something and put 2 stun counters on it. For 3 mana, you put 4 stun counters on it. For 4 mana, you essentially remove the creature from the game. Zealous Lorecaster. 6 mana, 4/4. When it enters, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Oracle's Restoration. 1 mana, sorcery. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Draw a card, gain a life. Yeah. That's solid. Send in the Pest. 1 and a black. Each opponent discards a card. You make a 1/1 black and green pest. Cuboid Colony. Blue-green for a 1/1 flash, flying, trample, and increment. Oh, this could get crazy very quickly, I feel. Yeah, you flash this in at the end of your opponent's turn. Then on your turn, you cast like a 2-mana spell. You have a 2/2 flying trampler. And then it just kind of snowballs from there unless they remove it. Arnon, the Deathbloom Botanist. 3-mana 2/2 Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control with power or toughness 1 or less dies, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Ah. Ooh. No, that would not work well with Maha. Maha's about your opponent's creatures. Never mind. Practice Scroldsmith. Red-white hybrid. First strike 3/2. When it enters, exile target non-creature, non-land card from your graveyard. Until the end of your next turn, you may cast that card. Okay. Muse Seeker. 2-mana 1/2. Opus, draw a card. But discard it if you did not spend at least 5 mana. Or discard a card. Ooh, Applied Geometry. 2 green, blue. Create a token that's a copy of target non-aura permanent you control, except it's a fractal, and it gets 6 counters on it. Okay. So, technically speaking, the Tragedy Feaster is a non-aura permanent. So I make a copy of the Tragedy Feaster and put 6 counters on it, so then I have a 13/12 Trampler. Sure. I like that. Ooh, Sleight of Hand. Blue, sorcery. Look at 2 cards of your library, put 1 in your hand, the other one on the bottom. Ooh, and a Molten Core Maestro. 2-mana 2/2 Menace with Opus. You put a counter on him, then if 5 or more mana was spent to cast, at an amount of red equal to this creature's power. Ooh, okay. I like... Oh, that right there. The way that the, like, the electricity or the water, whatever you want to call that, it, like, shines as it's bursting out of him. That's really nice. And a foil Titan's Grave, which is the black-green land of the cycle. Oh, boop, you go there. All right, Drake, I'll see you in a bit. John is your response. We've seen this type of spell before. 5 mana, instant, destroy a creature, but it costs 3 less if it's a tapped creature. Quick study. 3 mana, instant, draw 2 cards, so Divination is worthless now. Unsubtle Mockery. 3 mana, instant, deal 4 damage to target creature, and then you surveil one. That's not bad. I would have thought they would have put that at sorcery speed. Mindful Biomancer. 2 mana 2/2. When it enters, gain a life. 3 mana. Target creature, or this creature gets +2/+2, but only once a turn. Una Alley Shopkeep. 3 mana 2/3 with Menace. But if you gain life this turn, it's a 4/3. I mean, 4/3 Menace is hard to deal with. Oh. I gotta see how this one's gonna look in foil. Like any of the fractals, I'm curious about how they're gonna look foil. Fractal Mascot, 6 mana for a 6/6 trample. When it enters, tap a creature an opponent controls, and then you put a stun counter on it. It's great. Like, this is so good. This is such a good top end. Pursue the Past. I think this is a reprint from a previous set. Red and a white. Gain 2 life, discard a card, draw 2 cards. Flashback it for 4. Stirring Onomancer. 2 white-black hybrid. Is this the first one that we've seen that isn't just color hybrid? This one has extra. When it enters, look at the top X cards of your library, or X is the number of creatures you control. Put one of those cards in your hand, the rest go in your graveyard. Alright. But white-black's about repartee, so that's instant and sorceries, not about cards leaving your graveyard. I don't know how I feel about that one. Infirmary Healer. 2 mana, 2/3, which is already nice above curve. Enters prepared. And then Stream of Life, target player gains X life. Yeah. I love that. That's great. Archeox Agony. 5 mana sorcery. Converge. Deal X damage to target creature. X is the number of color spent. Exile cards from the top of your library equal to the excess damage dealt this way. You may play those cards until the end of your next turn. So at most you're ever going to do is 5 damage. So you'd be spending 5 mana to do 5 damage. And in order to get the most effect, you would target something with 1 toughness. Maybe you do 5 damage against something with 4 toughness, so you get 1 card. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. Nita, Forum Consolator. 1 white, black for a 2/3. Okay. Whenever you cast a spell you don't own, put a counter on each creature you control. Ooh. Sack another creature. Exile target instant or sorcery card from an opponent's graveyard. You may cast it this turn, and mana of any type can be spent to cast it. If that spell would be put in a graveyard, exile it instead. Ah. That one's interesting. Okay. Oh, because you could... Okay, this is really nice, because you could get rid of any sort of flashback spell they have, because you could cast it for its regular mana cost. I might have to try her in a draft if I get her. Deduced. 2 mana instant, draw a card, investigate. So you make a clue token that you can sack to draw another card later. Ooh, and then Page the Loose Leaf. 2 mana, 0/2. Add a colorless. Grandeur. Discard another card named Page. Reveal cards at the top of your library until you reveal an instant or sorcery. Put that card into your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So, not horrible. With it being a legendary creature, you can't have 2 of them on the field at once, so you could discard 1 to end up, getting something that could actually be useful. It's a little mana rock as well. It's not bad. Titan's Grave again. Ooh, that's a different fractal. And 2/2 Spirit. Deluge Virtuoso. 3 mana, 2/2. When it enters, tap target creature and opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Opus, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn, but 5 mana gets +2/+2 until end of turn. What the fractal? Expressive Fire Dancer. 2 mana, 2/2. Opus gets +1/+1 until end of turn. 5 mana is Double Strike. Follow the Luminarts. 2 mana sorcery. Infusion. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You can reveal a creature or land from among them and put it in your hand. If you gain 2 life, or if you gained life, you can reveal 2 creatures or lands and put them in your hand. Burog Banemaker. A 1 mana 1/1 Death Touch frog. This creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn for 2 mana. Stone Docent. 2 mana for 3/1 Spirit Chimera. Ooh, Chimera. White mana, exile this card from your graveyard, gain 2 life, surveil 1, which then triggers your, hey, something left the graveyard stuff. So a little life gain. Potential, top decks fixing. It's not horrible. Tidal Mage we've seen. Teacher's Pest we've seen. Fractalize. X and a blue. Till end of turn, target creature becomes a green-blue fractal with base power equal to X plus 1. Alright. Ooh. Thornfish Striker. 3 mana, 3/3 with Ward 1. Okay. And creatures you control have +1/+0 and trample if you gain life. Ooh. It's Fractalize. It's turning things into crystals, but they're not artifacts for whatever reason. Blazing Fire Singer. 3 mana for a 2/3. It enters prepared, and then you can do Seething Song. You pay 3 mana, get 5 mana. Ooh. Planner Engineering. 4 mana. Sack 2 lands. Search your library for 4 basics. Put them on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. So you go up 2 lands, but you can only grab basics. Probably more for like an EDH, like casual commander type thing, would be my guess. Shared Roots. This was from literally Avatar, I think. 2 mana, Lesson, search your library for basic land, put it into play tapped, then shuffle. It's rampant growth. And the Elite Interceptor in foil. I like how the little thing here ends up shining. That's nice. And Jesus, another Titan's Grave. There's a copy token. And another Spirit token. Ooh, I like that one. Alright, let's move this stack into here for now. Alright, Tome Blast we've seen, the Bane we've seen. There's the Terra Fractal, in case you didn't see that one earlier, Drake. Social Snub. 1 white, black. You make when you cast a spell while you control a creature, you may copy it. Each player sacks a creature of their choice. Each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. So, when you cast a spell while you control a creature, you may copy it. Okay, so if you don't control a creature, your opponent sacks a creature. If you control a creature, your opponents and you sack 2 creatures. But they're going to sack their low stuff. It's a removal, but they're going to remove their worst thing. So it's not great. What, the Pterodactyl Fractal? Ooh, Quandrix Charm. Okay. Green, blue. You counter a spell unless its controller pays 2, so Spell Pierce, essentially. Destroy an enchantment, or target creature has base power toughness 5/5. Yeah, alright. Tablet of Discovery, 3 mana for an artifact. When it enters, mill a card, you may play that card this turn. Add red, or add double red, but only for instants and sorceries. Ooh, Pox Plague. 5 black. Each player loses half their life, then discards half their cards in their hand, then sacks half the permanents they control, round down each time. That's a card. I'm not sure where you would use this. Magma Blood Archaic. So it's 3 red or 2 colorless per instance. So it's anywhere from 3 to 6 mana. You have a 2/2 Trample Reach, Converge, enters with +1/+1 counter equal to the number of colors you spent. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, target creature you control gets +1/+0 for each color spent to cast that spell. Okay. So if you go mono red, he's a 3/3 with Trample and Reach. If you go for the full 5 Converge, he's a 5 mana 7/7 Trample and Reach. And then the second ability is just bonus for all of your instants and sorceries. So he's anywhere from a 3/3 to a 7/7. So we'll say, you know, maybe averagely a 5/5 or a 4/4. I don't know. That, like, this could be a fun one to, like, try and draft around. Zombify. Return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. This was in Foundations. And we saw the we saw the Muse Seeker earlier. I love how the water, like, splashes up. That's nice. And a Fields of Strife, which is the red-white land. And that one's in foil. This one doesn't have that great of a foiling, I feel. Alright, Hydro Channeler. 2 mana, 1/3, add blue. Spend this only to cast an instant or sorcery. Or you can filter to any color, but again, only for instants and sorceries. Rearing Embermare. 5 mana, 4/5, horse. With reach and haste. Yeah, sure. I mean, a 5 mana 4/5 with haste is enough. Like, Osteomancer we've seen. Pest Mascot. 1 black green for 2/3 trample. Whenever you gain a life, put a counter on this creature. It's very nice. Ooh, Daydream's one I haven't seen. White, exile a creature you control, then return to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Flashback for 3. Oh, okay. It's a nice way to get, like, the those that enter prepared to come back in. And they become prepared. They're a little bit stronger. You get their prepared ability again. I like it. Fractal Anomaly. It's a whale. 1 blue. Create a 0/0 blue and green fractal creature token. Then put X counters on it, where X is the number of cards you've drawn this turn. So minimally, it's a 1 mana, you're making a 1/1 token. You do some crazy shenanigans in blue-green or, you know, blue-red or whatever. You get a 1 mana 7/7. Strixhaven Skycoach. 3 mana for a vehicle. Flying. When it enters, search your library for basic land. Put it in your hand. I like that. And then Cruise 2, and this is a 3/2 vehicle. Yeah, I mean, the searching for a basic land is really nice. Okay, Great Hall of the Biblioplex. Add a colorless, or you can pay a life to add a color, but only for instants and sorceries. 5 mana. If the land is not a creature, it becomes a 2/4 wizard. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, this creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. It's a lot of mana just to make it a 2/4, and then somebody can just go pow. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, the art's gorgeous. But, like, for me, it would be like a colorless land, or maybe I need a specific color for an instant or sorcery spell. I don't think I'd ever use it for the 5 mana ability. Traumatic Critique. Blue-red X. Deals X damage to any target. Draw 2 cards, discard a card. So, yeah. For 5 mana, you 3 damage anything, draw 2. Like, yeah, it's a nice little removal and draw package here. So, oh, and we get Spell Pierce. Nice. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2. And we get Heated Argument in foil, which this one's not too bad. And we get the Squid Elemental. And a treasure token. Quick Study, Mockery. Rehearsed Debater, 3 mana, 3/3 Vigilance. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, this creature gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. I mean, a 3/3 for 3 that has Vigilance is already pretty good. Ooh, Elemental Mascot. This one is one I want to see in foil too. 1 blue-red for a 1/4 Flying Vigilance. Opus is +1/+0, but if 5 or more mana was spent, exile the top card of your library. You can play that card until the end of your next turn. It's a nice little, like, hummingbird. There's Daydream, Fractal Anomaly. Hey, Strixhaven Sky Coach. Root Manipulation. 3 black-green. Till end of turn, creatures you control get +2/+2 and Menace. Whenever this creature attacks, gain a life. Oh! It's the overrun of the set, and it's a pretty solid overrun. You don't get the trample, but you get Menace, which makes blocking even harder. And you're gaining some life, so you might not die on the backswing. I like that. That's pretty good. Ooh, Stirring Hopesinger. 3 mana, 1/3 flying lifelink. Repartee. Put a counter on each creature you control. Hot damn. That one's good. Oh yeah, I'll just give something +1/+0 until the end of turn, and then, oh hey, buff your entire board. Yeah, that one's nice. Giant Growth with the squirrel. Green, instant, +3/+3 until end of turn. And the foil Barrage. That's alright. And then Spectacle Summit. It's the blue-red land of the cycle. Oh, we have our little, like, prepared stun counters, +1/+1 counters. That's nice. Goblin Glassrite. 2 mana for 2/2. Enters prepared. Craft with Pride for red. Create a treasure token. Yeah. So you turn your red into a treasure for use on a later turn, or if you just needed, like, some mana fixing for that turn. Glorious Decay. 2 mana instant. Destroy an artifact. 4 damage to a creature with flying, or exile a card from your graveyard and draw a card. Adventure Cedar we've seen the Trove. Imperious Ink Mage. 1 white black for a 3/3 Vigilance. When it enters, surveil 2. Yeah, no, that's pretty good. It's not ego if you're flawless, darling. Orisa, the Tide Choreographer. 5 mana 2/2. Looks like the sun has moved out of the windows, so my face is going to be dark. 5 mana for a 2/2. The spell costs 3 less if creatures you control have total toughness 10 or greater. So maybe a 2 mana 2/2. When it enters, draw 2 cards, though. So going for the big butt play with her. Okay. Yeah, you play like, oh, hey, here's a 1 mana 0/3, 1 mana 0/4, you know, that sort of stuff. And then you can get her cheaper. Okay. Stand up for yourself, 3 mana. Destroy target creature with power 3 or greater. Alright. Mind Roots. 1 black-green. Target player discards 2 cards. Put up to 1 land card discarded this way onto the battlefield tapped under your control. So, on turn 3, you know, you cast this. Your opponent, let's say it was your opponent's turn 2, they have 2 lands and maybe a creature on board. You cast this. They're either discarding really good stuff, or they're discarding a land and something else and giving you a land. So it ramps you a bit. It's not great. I only got it to work once when I was playing it last night. But, you know, a little ramp. Maybe it gets you a color that you didn't have for the Converge stuff that you might have in your deck. It's neat, but I don't think it's great. Ooh, Pensive Professor. This one's great. 1 blue blue for a 0/2 with increment. Whenever one or more counters are put on this creature, draw a card. So you play this. If they don't kill it, you go, all right, I'll play a 1-drop, put a counter on this, draw a card. And then I'll play a 2-drop, put a counter on this, draw a card. And then you have a 2/4 that has drawn you 2 cards. Like, it's very strong. Bulk up, 2 mana instant, double target creature's power until end turn, flashback for 6 to double it again. So the idea is, all right, you swing with something, you double the power, you flash it back immediately to double it again. So your 3/3 becomes a 12/3. Ooh, and suspend aggression. Okay. 3 mana instant, exile target non-land permanent, and the top card of your library. For each of those cards, its owners may play it until the end of their next turn. Ah. So it's a little bit of a removal and impulse draw as well. Swamp. We have the weird, like, Badger Fractal. Oh, that's a new pest there. Cool. Oh, we are dropping frames like crazy. Okay, hold on. So what if I did... Yeah, what if I did this? I don't think that's really going to change anything. Well, the frames seem to have stopped significantly dropping. Okay. It was just a weird uptick as the frames dropped there for a bit. Like I had like 300 drop frames and then I went to 4,000 with no real indication as to why. Okay, and I'll just double check it as we go through this. Seize the Spoils, 3 mana for sorcery. Additional cost, discard the spell, draw 2 cards, create a treasure. Nice little way to get some mana fixing with the treasure. You get to refill your hand. I like Seize the Spoils. Hungry Graphaloon. It's a giraffe. Have we had a giraffe in Magic before? I honestly don't recall. 4 mana, 3/4, reach, increment. Increment here is going to be a little harder to get off, but it's a 4 mana, 3/4 reach. Like, that's a pretty solid wall. Sneering Shade Rider. 5 mana for a 3/3 flying. When it enters, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Nice little life steadyization. And it flies, so if you ever need to, get in. Page loose sleeve. Visionary's Dance. 5 blue red. Make 2 3/3s that have flying. That's not bad. Or you can discard this card, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one in your hand, the other into your graveyard. Yeah, so early game, you pitch this away. Maybe you can cast it. Maybe you can recur it from your graveyard in some way. Or, late game, you get 2 3/3s as a nice, potential stabilization. Root manipulation again. Primary research. Living history. Paradox survivor. Yes! I got the card that I wanted! It's Math Magics. Donald Duck goes to Math Magics land. Blue, XX. Target player draws 2 to the X cards. So, if you pay just the blue and the blue, target player draws 1 card. If you pay a total of 4 mana, so X is 1, target player draws 2 cards. For a total of 6 mana, it's 4 cards. For a total of 8 mana, it's 8 cards. Donald Duck Goes to Math Magic Land is so good. I love that movie. But yeah, so the idea would be if you spend 14 mana, which granted, unlikely in like a standard event, but if you spend 14 mana, you go, all right, target player draws 64 cards. You deck yourself. Oh, I am so happy we got Math Magics. Culling the week. Black instant sack a creature, get 4 black mana. Well, okay. So, I mean, there's ways to obviously speed that up here, it seems. Oh, and we got the Graphaloon in foil. Very cool. Paradox Gardens being the green-blue land. Oh, that Inkling. That Inkling looks so good. Yeah, this was a card that they spoiled, I think, like, back in February. And I saw it, and I loved it, and I wanted it, and now I have it. Rabid Attack. 2 mana instant. Till end of turn, any number of target creatures you control gain +1/+0, and when this creature dies, draw a card. Oh, hey, you're blocking. You need to maybe kill some things, but also refill your hand. Boom. There you go. Snarl Song. 6 mana. Converge. Create 2 0/0 green and blue fractal creature tokens. Put X counters on them on each of them and gain X life. So you could make 2 5/5s, gain 5 life. If for some reason you're going mono green, you make 2 1/1s, and you gain 1 life. Ooh. Yeah, Rabid Attack. Yeah, they're rabbits in that, sure. Pigment Wrangler. 5 mana 4/4, flying. Enters prepared. Striking Palette. Whenever you cast your next instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Ah, cool. Summon Dromedary. It's a spirit camel. 4 mana for 4/3 vigilance. 2 mana, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Activate only at sorcery speed. Ah, okay. I mean, a 4 mana 4/3 that can attack and block. I like it. Ooh, Conciliator's Duelist. White, black for 4/3. When it enters, draw a card. Each opponent loses a life. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery that targets a creature, exile up to 1 target creature. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Ah, so you go, all right, I'm going to give +1/+1 here. I'm going to exile your guy here, which allows me to swing in. Or you can target a creature, exile the duelist himself. The duelist himself re-enters, drawing a card and draining your opponent. Ooh, a Braid. Ooh, that one's nice. A Braid we've seen before. 2 mana, deal 3 damage to a creature or destroy an artifact. A Braid's just a good card. Ooh, and the Eternal Student. 4 mana for a 4/2. And then for 2 mana, exile this card from your graveyard. Create 2 1/1 white and black Inkling tokens. Forever Learning. Ooh, that's a nice forest. And there's an Inkling. And a Spirit. Muse's Encouragement. 5 mana, create a 3/3 red and blue elemental creature token with flying, and then Surveil 2. Instant speed. So nice little, let me cheaply block, Surveil 2, live for a turn. Strife Scholar. 3 mana, 3/2. Ward, pay 2 life, enters prepared. And then Awaken the Ages, 6 mana, make 2 2/2 red and white spirit tokens. Ooh, Efflorescence. Efflorescence. 3 mana instant, put 2 counters on a creature. If you gain life this turn, it gains trample and indestructible. That one I'm also curious about the foiling, just because of like how bright the tree is, this thing is compared to everything else. Like, oh, I haven't seen this card. Wander Off, 4 mana, instant, exile a creature. Yeah. You wander off, and then you got swallowed by a giant skeleton. Honor-Bound Page, 4 mana for a 3/3 first strike, enters prepared, forms favor, target creature gets +1/+0, and flying until the end of turn. Ooh, Biblioplex Tomekeeper, 4 mana for a 3/4. When this creature enters, choose up to 1. Target creature becomes prepared. Target creature becomes unprepared. So a nice way to shut down somebody's prepared creature. Re-prepare one of yours. It's not the worst. Wilt in the Heat. 2 red, white. Costs 2 less if 1 or more cards left your graveyard this turn. Deal 5 damage to target creature. If it were to die, though, exile it instead. Oh, okay. We have Fractalize, we have the Thornfist Striker, the Fire Singer, Mana Sculpt. Okay. 1 blue, counter target spell. If you control a wizard, add an amount of colorless mana equal to the amount of mana spent to cast that spell at the beginning of your next main phase. This is mana drain on a with an additional requirement, but it's still a potential mana drain. Duty Beyond Death. 2 mana. Additional cost to cast the spell, sack a creature. Creatures you control get indestructible, and then put a counter on each creature you control. So basically, your death morale boosts everyone else, and then you swing in. And a foil Hydro Channeler. And the Forum. Oh, and then the Inkling. Like this Inkling. The Inklings look so good in this set compared to the original Strixhaven. All right. Interjection. 1 mana instant, target creature gets +2/+2 and first strike until end turn. And really good for your repartee triggers. Another page. Elemental Mascot. Muse Seeker. Ink Shaped Demonstrator. 4 mana for 3/4 with Ward 2. Yeah. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, this creature gets +1/+0 and lifelink. All right. Yeah, no. That's solid. I like that. Old Growth Educator. 2 black green, 4/4, Vigilance Reach. When this enters, if you had gained life, it gets 2 +1/+1 counters. So a potential 6/6 with Vigilance and Reach. Slumbering Drudge. X and a green for a 6/6. Enters with a number of stun counters on it equal to 3 minus X. If it entered with the stun counter, tap it. So you spend 4 mana, you get a 6/6. That's still really good. Ooh, Stargaze. X black black. Look at twice X cards on top of your library. Put X cards from among them in your hand, you lose X life. So, if X is 2, you look at the top 4, you put 2 in your hand, you lose 2 life. If X is 4, you look at the top 8, put 4 in your hand, you lose 4 life. Bit of a risk, but if you're able to do it where you're able to survive, great way to refill your hand. And then a foil Run Behind. Ooh, I like the way that the wing shines there. That's not bad. Titan's Grave again, and another prepared thing. Dig Site Inventory. 1 mana, put a counter on target creature you control. It gains vigilance until end turn. Flashback for white. So again, really good for the repartee triggers. Textbook Tabulator, we saw Studious First Year again. I like him. Bogwater Luminar. Black-green for a 2/2. When this or another creature you control enters, gain a life. End of the Hunt. 2 mana, target opponent exiles a creature or planeswalker they control with the greatest mana value among creatures and planeswalkers they control. So a great way to essentially get rid of probably their strongest thing. Harsh Annotation. 2 mana instant, destroy target creature. Its controller creates a 1/1 white and black inkling creature with flying. Rapturous Moment. 6 mana for sorcery, draw 3 cards, discard 2 cards, but then you add 2 blue and 3 red. So, it's a net neutral in cards, because you cast this, you're down a card in your hand. You go up 3, so you're positive 2, but then you discard 2, so you're net 0. But you get you get 5 of your 6 mana back, in which maybe that allows you to cast something you drew into. Ooh, Transcendent Archaeac. 7 mana, 6/6 Vigilance. Converge. Ooh, it's got a rainbow. Nice. When it enters, you may draw X cards, where X is the number of mana spent to cast. If you draw 1 or more cards this way, you discard 2. So if you go the full 5, you draw 5, discard 2, which isn't bad. Fix What's Broken. 2 white, black, additional cost, pay X life. Return each artifact and creature card with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield. So you only care about 1 mana cost. So you wouldn't be able to get this and this back, because it's not X or less. So you'd pay 4 life to get this, or you'd pay 1 life to get this, in which the 1 life to get this wouldn't be as good. Requisition Aid. Oh, another one from Outlaws. White, and you have to do at least 1 of these. Destroy an artifact, destroy an enchantment, or put a counter on each creature target player controls. Yeah, no, I remember. The free cards are all very good. Textbook's Tabulator in foil. A Plains, and then the token we've seen before. I see I'm dropping frames again like crazy. If I switch to this real quick, just a nice black screen. Anything crazy happening? Yep. What's going on here? end that. We can end that. Oh, something just happened. Something weird has just happened. Uh-oh. I screwed something up on the computer. Yay! Okay. My start panel won't show on the computer. Control-Shift-Exit. Nope, that's Task Manager. Yeah. Okay. Scroll. Okay, so Control-Shift-Exit. File, run new task. Explorer.exe. Okay. There we... Oh, my goodness. How did I almost break my computer? Like, how am I that stupid? I did not realize that ending Windows Explorer in Task Manager made one of my screens go black. I lost the little, like, bar down at the bottom that shows you the apps that you have, like, pinned and the stuff that's open. Like, I did not know that. Okay, but hey, it seems to have also kind of fixed the problem. Banishing Betrayal. 2 mana instant, return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand and surveil one. Ooh, Ancestral Anger. 1 mana, target creature gains trample and gets +X/+O, where X is 1 plus the number of cards named Ancestral Anger in your graveyard. Draw a card. This is a reprint from, I don't remember the set, but yeah, you would go Ancestral Anger, it gets +1/+O, and then if you did it again in the same turn, it would then get another +2/+O. So, nice little way to get trample. Noxious Newt. 1 and a green for a 1/2. Death Touch. Tap to add a green. Yeah. He's just a little salamander. Look at him. Masterful Flourish. 1 black for an instant. Target creature you control gains +1/+0 and gains indestructible until the end of turn. Ascendant Dust Speaker. 5 mana, 3/4 flyer. Ooh. When it enters, put a counter on another target creature you control. Beginning of combat on your turn, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you make stuff leave your graveyard that you know you can't get back or anything. You trigger some of your leaves the graveyard abilities. I like that. That's not bad. Yeah, the Newt's very good. Render Speechless. 2 white, black. An opponent reveals their hand. Choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on up to target one target creature. So a nice way to also trigger your repartee. We've seen you. We've seen you. Violent Outburst. Blue and red. Deal 3 damage to any target. Tap a creature. So blow that one up. Tap down that one. And then swing it. Ooh, Wisdom of Ages. 4 blue. Return all instants and sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. You have no max hand size for the rest of the game. So a nice way to get some instant sorcery recursion back. If you are playing this on turn 7, you probably are already winning. So, ooh, nice. One of the Elder Dragons in the set. Prismari. 5 blue-red for 7/7. Flying, ward pay 5 life. Instants and sorcery spells you cast have Storm. Yay, Storm. People like Storm. Ooh, nice. Pyretic Ritual. 2 mana, instant, add 3 mana. So you go up a mana. Ooh, and Tam, the Observant Sequencer. 2 green-blue for 4/3. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, Tam becomes prepared. Deep Sight, green and blue. Draw a card, gain a life. Yeah, that's solid. That's great. And Paradox Gardens, the Elemental, and the Treasure. I think Pyretic Ritual is actually one of like the more sought after Mystical Archive cards this set. It's like that, Vampiric Tutor, and Force of Will. Alright, Poet, Rapier's Wit, the Virtuoso, the Fire Dancer, Lumerant, Terramorphic Expanse, Aberrant Mana Worm. 4 mana for 2/5 with Trample. Not often you see the 2/5s anymore. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, this card gets +X/+0 until end turn, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast it. Ah, that's why he's a 2/5. Because he's gonna get big. Abstract Paint Mage. Blue-red hybrid. Beginning of your first main phase, add blue-red, but only 4 instants and sorcery spells. Okay. Life is vivid. The pigments I use should be too. Quillblade Laureate. 2 mana for 1/1 with double strike. This creature enters prepared. Target creature gets +1/+0 and double strike until end turn. Oh, wow. Okay. That's pretty good. Ooh, Sundown Pass, our first rare land. This land enters tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands, red and white. There's another cycle of 5 of these. I'll return the favor. Ooh, okay, the Shattered Acolyte. I got a foil, and I love how that looks right there. Yeah, that's nice. Land. Inkling Spirit. Landscape Painter. 2 mana for 2/1. Enters prepared. Then for 5 mana, draw 2 cards. Yeah, sure. Tackle Artist we've seen. Tenured Concoctor. 5 mana for a 4/5 Troll. Vigilance. When this creature becomes the target of a spell or an ability an opponent controls, you draw a card. It gets +2/+0 if you've gained life this turn. Okay. So it has a little bit of a protection aspect to it, where if they want to kill it with a kill spell, you get a card out of it. So, Cost of Brilliance. 3 mana. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. Put a counter on up to one target creature. Yeah, that's great. Embrace the paradox, Drake. You got to embrace it. 3 green, blue. Draw 3 cards. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Nice hand refill. A little bit of ramp. Mage Tower Referee. 2 mana, 2/1. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. There was a white soldier from Theros that also cared about you casting multicolored spells, or maybe cared about your opponents casting multicolored spells. And it would also get stronger. Emil the Vastlands Roamer. 3 mana, 3/3. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them have trample. Then for 5 mana, make a 0/0 with X counters on it, where X is the number of differently named lands you control. So, you throw this in a commander. All right, yeah, I'll pay 5 mana. I have a 15/15. Ennis, the Debate Moderator. 2 mana, 1/1. When it enters, exile another target creature you control. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. At the beginning of your end step, if one or more cards were put in exile this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Ennis. So you play a 1 mana thing. You swing it. You get some damage in. You play Ennis. You get your 1 mana thing back. You then have it. Ennis gets stronger. Maybe that 1 mana thing had a prepared thing that you already used. It's not bad. Scheming Silvertongue. 1 black for a 1/3 flying lifelink. Beginning your second main phase, if you gain 2 or more life this turn, this creature becomes prepared. In which Sign in Blood. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. This is a great card. I love this card. Nice little vampire warlock too. Ooh, we got Stock Up. One of the really good cards from the Mystical Archive here. 3 mana, look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put 2 into your hand. The rest on the bottom in any order. Ooh, and a foil Vibrant Outburst. And a foil Forest. Alright. I'm going to be right back shortly. I need to go use the bathroom. All right, we're back. All right, we've seen a majority of these. There's Emil. There's Ennis again. Scolding Administrator. White and black for a 2/2. Menace. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. When this creature dies, if it had counters on it, move those counters to another creature. Encourage Aviator. 3 mana for a 2/3 flyer. Whenever this attacks, it becomes prepared. And then jump. Target creature gains flying until end turn. So you swing with this, it becomes prepared. Before blocks happen, you activate jump, which then makes something else of yours fly. so it makes it harder for your opponents to block. Great Hall of the Biblioplex we've seen. So that's our first double rare. Pick your poison in green. Your opponent sack an artifact, an enchantment, or a creature with flying. It's solid. Ooh, okay, I got the foil of Efflorescence. I do like how the spell kind of shines. Just trying to find like the right angle of it. Definitely looks better on screen than it does in person, I feel. All right, procrastinate. Additive evolution. 3 green, green. Oh, cool. When this creature or this enchantment enters, make a 0/0 green and blue fractal token, put 3 counters on it. Beginning combat on your turn, put a counter on target creature you control. It gains vigilance till the end of turn. Cool. I like that. I'm actually going to set that aside. That might go into a deck that I have. Dissection practice. Black. Instant. Target opponent loses a life, you gain a life. A creature gets +1/+1 until end turn. A creature gets -1/-1 until end turn. Oh, and they are dissecting that frog. I was not a big fan of the dissections that we had to do in biology class. Just was not for me. Did not enjoy it. Mind into matter. X green blue. Draw X cards. Then put a permanent card with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield. So 3 mana, put a 1-drop or a 0-drop. If you put 3 into X, you draw 3 cards. Maybe put a 3-drop into play. Not bad. Ooh, and we got the blue paradigm. Echoing Symposium. 4 blue. Target player creates a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Paradigm. So you get to cast it at the beginning of your upkeep. Every turn. Disdainful Stroke. 2 mana instant, counter a spell with mana value 4 or greater. And foil Ancestral Anger. I think I'll put that on top of this stack here so that's right in my view. Ooh, okay. Maelstrom Artisan. 3 mana, 3/2 Minotaur. Haste. Enters prepared. Rocket Volley. 2 mana. Destroy a target non-basic land. Okay. Minotaur Sorcerer looks really cool. Honestly, yeah. A 3 mana, 3/2 with haste also is just really good. Monstrous Rage. Red. Target creature gets +2/+0 until end turn. Create a monster rolled token attached to it, which gives it +1/+1 in trample. This was a disgusting card when it was in standard. I don't remember if it is in standard anymore, but it turned a lot of people off of standard. Brush Off. 4 mana. Instant. Costs 1 and a blue less to cast if it targets an instant or sorcery. Counter a spell. Field of Strife, and our little token thing. Alright. How many packs left of our play box? It looks like 7. Fractal Mascot. Startled Relic Sloth. 2 red, white for a 4/4 trample lifelink. Beginning of combat on your turn, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. This is a very... I like this card a lot. This is a very fun card. Transcendent Archaic, Harkish Annotation, Erode. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Its controller may search the library for a basic land and put it into play tapped. So it's not Swords to Plowshare, the other one. I don't remember what the other one is, but there was an instant exile as well. But Erode's nice. Oh, we got Hop to It. Make 3 bunnies. This is from Bloomborough. Ooh, and a foil Homesickness. Yes, we read that one. Hungry Griffloon, Shade Rider, another page. Archaic's Agony, Traumatic Critique, Restoration Seminar. Ooh, Special Art Mythic. 5 mana, return target non-land permanent from your graveyard to the battlefield, and then the Paradigm aspect as well. Very cool. I like that. And we get a Feed the Swarm. Sorcery, destroy a creature or enchantment opponent controls, lose life to its mana value. And a foil Sneering Shade Rider. Growth Curve. Green and blue. Put a counter on target creature you control. Then double the number of counters on that creature. Really great with your fractals. Oh, this... And if for some reason you have any repartee triggers, like... Alright. That could be a very strong uncommon. Foolish Fate. 3 mana instant. Destroy a creature. If you gained life this turn, though, the creature's controller will lose 3 life. Yeah, that's not bad. Homesickness again. Together as 1. 6 mana. Converge. Target player draws X cards. This deals X damage to any target. You gain X life, where X is the number of colors spent. So, you can draw 5 cards, deal 5 damage to something, gain 5 life. Yeah. If I see this in a pack, I am going to try and do a Converge as part of a draft. Another Emeritus of Woe. Nice. Burst Lightning. This was from Foundations as well. Red, instant, deal 2 damage to any target. You can pay an additional 4, where it will then deal 4 damage total. Cheerful Osteomancer. Paradox Gardens in foil. Oh. I like how the glass... The way that the glass shined there. I don't know. I liked it. Rouser. Visionary Stance we've seen. Arcane Omens. 5 mana Converge. Target player discards X cards, where X is the number of colors of mana spent to cast the spell. So, you know, oh hey, discard your hand. Not horrible. Stress Dream. 3 blue-red. Deals 5 damage to up to 1 target creature. Look at the top 2 cards of your library, put 1 in your hand, the 1 on the bottom. Okay. Weird little... Oh, it's a frog dreaming that he's, like, overwhelmed with, like, schoolwork and stuff. Okay. Luminart's Favor. How have we not seen this yet? 1 in green, instant. If you gain life this turn, you copy the spell. Target creature gets +2/+4 until end of turn. Aziza Mage Tower Captain. Red and white 2/2. Whenever you cast an initial sorcery spell, you may tap 3 untapped creatures you control to copy the spell. Ah, interesting. I haven't seen that many, like, token makers other than Hop to It. And any of the token makers I've seen have been green and black, not red, white. So, I mean, it would be, you go wide with the board, but then you're tapping down your wide board. You would need, I feel like you would definitely need some token creation with this card to make it really worthwhile. Locust Spray, black. Mana, instant, target creature gets -1/-1, and you can cycle it for a black. Foil Emil. I like how the little fractal fox shines. Oh, that's cute. All right, 3 packs left. And then we move on to the collector box. Embrace the Paradox, Render Speechless. Arcane Omen, Stress Dream. This is looking familiar. Choreograph Sparks. Red. This can't be copied. Choose one or both. Copy an instant sorcery spell, you get new targets. Copy a creature spell, the creature gains haste. Beginning the next end step, sack this token. Yeah, so it's convoluted, but you cast a creature. In response to casting a creature, you cast an instant. In response to casting the instant, you cast the Choreograph Sparks to copy your creature and your instant. Exhibition Tidecaller. 1 mana for 0/2 Opus. Instant, mill 3 cards. If 5 of your mana was spent, that player mills 10 instead. This is very nice. Ooh, Armageddon. 3 and a white, destroy all lands. Do you want to play a 20-hour game? Sure. Zealous Lorecaster. And a form of Amity that is pretty severely miscut, but not the worst. All right. The penultimate pack here. If I can open. Procrastinate, Ancestral Anger. Molten Note, X red white. Deals damage to target creature equal to the amount of mana spent to cast a spell. Untap all creatures you control. Flashback for 8. So, obviously, flashback for 8. 8 damage. But, hell, even just paying X is 0, deal 2 damage to something, untap your creatures. Why not? Yeah. Topiary Lecturer. 2 and a green for a 1/2 with increment. And an amount of green equal to this creature's power. Okay. It's similar to, there was a creature from Ravnica Allegiance, I believe, where it was like a 0/2 that tapped for mana, or maybe it was a 1/3 that tapped for mana, but you could pay 5 mana to put 2 counters on it, and then it would tap for 3 mana. Killian's Confidence. White and a black. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Draw a card. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you may pay white or black. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Yeah, no, I like this spell. This spell's great. Like, you're buffing something for a turn, you're drawing a card, you can recur this, get your repartee triggers out. It's great. Flow State. 1 in a blue. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 in your hand, the rest on the bottom in any order. If there's an instant or sorcery card in your graveyard, put 2 in your hand and the rest of the bottom in any order. That's great. Holy crap, that's good. Like, it's a 2 mana, put 2 cards in your hand. That's fantastic. Withering Curse. Ooh, the other black mythic. 1 black. All creatures get -2/-2 until end turn. But if you had gained life, just blow up all creatures. Yeah, we like that. Helping Hand. White mana sorcery. Return target creature with mana value 3 or less from graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Yeah. Recur something that you had early that might have an ETB trigger. A prepared spell. Like, it's not bad. Ooh, and Borrowed Knowledge. 2 red-white. Discard your hand, draw cards equal to the number of cards in target opponent's hand. Or discard your hand, draw cards equal to the number of cards discarded this way. There's our Forest and our Fractal Inkling. Oh, the penultimate pack gave us the Withering Curse. That's not bad. All right. And the last pack of the play box. Ooh, nice. Library of Lang. Already pulled this special guest during the pre-release, but hey, I will take a Library of Lang. 1 mana artifact. You have no maximum hand size. If an effect causes you to discard a card, discard it, but you may put it on top of your library instead of in your graveyard. So that'll go there. Lorehold Charm. Red and a white. Choose 1. Each opponent sacks a non-token artifact. Return target artifact or creature card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Or creatures you control get +1/+1 until and trample until end turn. It's very versatile. Ooh, we haven't seen this one yet. Leech Collector. 2 mana for a 2/2. Whenever you gain life for the first time each turn, this creature becomes prepared. And then 1 mana Bloodletting. Each opponent loses 2 life. Yeah. Sinar, Unfinished Genius. Blue-red for 0/4. Enters prepared. You can make a treasure if you've cast an instant or sorcery spell. 5 mana. Search your library for an instant or sorcery card. Reveal it, put it in your hand, and then shuffle. Huh. Little deck thinning, mana ramping. All right, Sinar. Hardened Academic. Red-white for 2/1. Flying Haste. Discard a card. This gains lifelink. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. I mean, hell, Flying Haste isn't bad. And you can potentially gain lifelink. I like it. Nice! Professor Delian Fell. 2 black-green for Planeswalker. 5 loyalty. +2, gain 3 life. 0, draw a card, lose a life. -3, destroy a creature. -6, emblem. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. Yay, Planeswalker. I am so happy. This was a great final pack. Because, Laurelin and Calypsed, we did not open a single Planeswalker. So I'm very happy to get Professor here. Royal Treatment, we get again. And a Masterful Flourish. The Paradox Gardens, and that. Yeah, I like the Professor. And I traded somebody for a Ral Zarek last night as well. So I have both Planeswalkers from the set. Alright. Let's put these here. And the Mystical Archives can go here for now. Whoop. Alright, so this, come over here. All right. Collector box. The good stuff. All right. Huzzah. All right, let's see how this collector pack goes. May include serialized card, it says on the front. What is that serialized card? I honestly don't know. So we want to look at Strixhaven here. Secrets of Strixhaven. Singles. High-low. Oh, but it might not be listed because it might not have had a sale yet. Page 16. What is the serialized card in Secrets to Strixhaven? Serialized Emeritus of Ideation cards. Are localized in English only and are available in the collector boxes. Yeah, Codex Bundle. Yeah, I don't remember them advertising like a serialized card, but it says it may include a serialized card on the box, so... Leech Collector again. Nice. Dual Tactics. Okay, we have... This is an uncommon. I don't know what these are going to be. So, Mystical Archive. Secret of Strixhaven Mystical Archive. Color Black. Rarity Uncommon. Is this Bitter Triumph? This is Bitter Triumph. So we saw this in English. You discard a card to pay 3 life. You destroy a creature. We get a foil of Braid for the Mystical Archive. Ooh, we get the Symbol Swamp. That's nice. Foil Pox Plague. Furry Gale Flocking. 8 red. For a sorcery, costs 1 less for each instant of grave sorcery in your graveyard. For each opponent, create 2 3/3 blue and red elemental creature tokens with flying that attack that opponent this turn if able. They gain haste. So in Commander, you'd make 6 creatures, but they have to attack. They have to attack is the thing, and 6 damage is not going to do anything. So. Ooh, Extended Art Sundown Pass. That's not bad. I like that. Shieldred's Edict in the Mystical Archives. Choose 1 in black, choose 1. Your opponent sacks a non-creature token of their choice, sacks a creature token of their choice, or Planeswalker. And Splatter Technique. 1 blue, red. Choose 1. Draw 4 cards or deal 4 damage to each creature in Planeswalker. We get a Worm token, which would be from the Commander set. And an Eldrazi Spawn, which is also... Oh, yeah. Shieldred's Edict in the Commander in a commander deck would be great. Okay. I want to slightly organize these here. Those go there. Those go there. Okay. Number 2. All right, we've seen Procrastinate. We may have seen all the commons and uncommons. I lied. We have not seen Proctor's Gaze. 2 green, blue. Return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Search your library for basic land. Put it in play tapped. So, bounce your guy. I'm going to ramp. All right, yeah. Ooh. Yeah. And I guess we haven't seen this guy either. Poisoner's Apprentice. 2 black for a 2/2. When this creature enters, target creature and opponent controls gets -4/-4 if you gain life this way. There's Zombify from the Mystical Archives. Royal Treatment in foil from the Mystical Archives. Very cool. Ooh. That island looks nice. Resonating Loot. I didn't pull this in the main set, so nice. 2 blue, red. Lands you control have tap. Add 2 mana of any color. Spend this only for instant sorceries. You can draw a card, but only if you have 7 or more cards in your hand. So it's the Library of Alexandria. But I love how, like, this right here shines. Try and get it to... Yeah, look at that. That is a gorgeous foiling. That is a really gorgeous foiling. Turbulent Fen from the commander deck. Enters tapped unless an opponent controls 8 or more lands. I mean, it's fine. Vicious Rivalry Extended Art. 2 black, green. Additional cost to cast this spell. Pay X life. Destroy all artifacts and creatures with mana value X or less. Expressive Iteration. Blue, red. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them in your hand. Put 1 of them on the bottom of your library. Exile 1 of them. You may play the exile spell this turn. Ooh, and Flashback. Red. Target instant sorcery card in your graveyard gains Flashback. Its Flashback cost is equal to the mana cost. Ooh. And a gold stamped Decorum Dissertation. Oh, Vicious Rivalry is a great card. And I have a feeling it'll be even better in, like, Commander, where, like, oh, hey, you know, everyone's doing mana rocks and all of that, so you're just like, yeah, 1 mana, or for 4 mana, I pay 3 life, big whoop-de-dee-doo, I blow up a good chunk of the board. Vicious Rivalry, Resonating Loot, and then Royal Treatment. Let's go here. Go here. There we go. Yep. You could pay, yeah, you could pay very little life to ruin a lot of people's mana rocks. Okay. Oracle's Restoration. We have not seen this. Sky Coach Wavepoint. Colorless land. 3 mana. A creature becomes prepared. Re-get those prepared triggers. Like, that's not bad. Pigment Wrangler we've seen. I do kind of like how the element there is going. Wow, we had so many uncommons we still had not seen. Group Project. 1 in a white. Create a 2/2 red and white spirit creature token. Flashback. Tap 3 untapped creatures you control. Yeah, it's very much like a Bane to Progress. Oh, it enters, destroy all artifacts. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh. I know this one just from looking at the text. It's Locust Spray. So 1 mana. Something gets -1/-1 until end of turn, or cycle it for black. That is Locust Spray. Ooh, foil stock up. Nice. I will take that. There's the Forest. Exhibition Tidecaller in foil. Lorehold Archivist from the Commander deck. 1 red, white. First strike. Beginning of your upkeep. If there are 3 or more artifact or creature cards in your graveyard, this creature becomes prepared. 4 mana for 3/2. Exile an artifact or creature from your graveyard. Create a token copy of it. Oh, okay. Pensive Professor in extended art. Ooh, Dismember in foil. 1 Phyrexian black. So either black or 2 life. Target creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn. That's very cool. Oh, I don't know what this one is. So that is a red rare. Brotherhood's End. I don't think this is Silver Scroll. No, this is regular. Yeah, this is just a foil regular one. Okay, Brotherhood End. 3 mana, sorcery. Deal either 3 damage to each creature in Planeswalker, or destroy all artifacts with mana value 3 or less. That's still very cool. God, I love... Look at the lightning on that. The way that it shines. Like, especially like that. Holy jeez. This one's not that expensive. I have no idea what that card is. Shamanic Revelation. Oh. This one in foil... it actually doesn't have it in foil. There's no way that that is the... Yeah, because that's not silver. That is clearly red. So... The non-foil version is like $6 for this, so we'll just say that that one's 10. But there are some silver-based Japanese promo ones. Like right now, the Force of Will Silver Scroll foil is going for $1,400. Let's put the stock up in there as well, because even though the stock up's in English, stock up, I believe, is still gonna be one of the bigger ones. Let's see here. Oh no, it's only a like $4 foil. Yeah, another Mana Rock killer. All right. Hydro Channeler, Inkling Mascot, the Newt in foil, Root Manipulation, Enthusiast, Silver Quill Charm. We haven't gotten this one yet. White, black, choose one, put 2 counters on a target creature, exile a target creature with power 2 or less, or each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. This one's very versatile and I like it. We get Sleight of Hand from the Mystical Archive and a foil Deduce from the Mystical Archive. We got our Swamp. Ambitious Augmenter, green 1/1 with Increment. When it dies, if it had counters on it, create a 0/0 and put its counters on it. Yeah, this one's not bad. It starts as a 1-mana 1/1 and then just gets bigger and then replaces itself with something 1 power less. I like it. Nev, the Practical Dean. 3 mana for 2/2. Creatures you control with counters on them have trample. Whenever you cast your first spell with X in its mana cost, put X +1/+1 counters on Nev. He's a merfolk? What? Alright, sure. Oh, he would be a great, like, Hydra commander. Because a lot of the Hydras care about X +1/+1 counters. Extended art together as one. Ooh, Foil Berserk. That's an anime I need to watch. So let's go here, here, you. We just go green. Mythic. Alright, cast a spell before the combat damage step. Target creature gains trample and +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is its power. At the beginning of the next end step, destroy the creature if it attacked this turn. But in a nice foil, too. Look at that. There is a commander. I don't remember his name, but he's blue-red. And he cares about, like, flipping coins and dice rolls and things like that. It's very fun. And a full art Zaphi and the Tempests. 5 mana, blue-red, or 5 blue and red for 5/7. Once during each of your turns, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. They are literally a rock band. We get a copy token and a spirit token. Oh, I did not put those in the correct slot. Those go there. Okay, you two go there. You go there. And you 3 can go there. I mean, they have a they don't have a 6/7 in the set, but they do have a 7/6, which is like a 6/7. All right, Shattered Acolyte, Run Behind, Tome Blast, Mind Roots. Ooh, I like that one. How have I not seen this one? Chelonin Tackle. 3 mana sorcery. Target creature gets +0/+10. Then it fights up to 1 target creature. Why the +10? Like, that's silly. All right, Monstrous Rage. Requisition Raid in foil. You get the planes. Practice Offense. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature target player controls. Target creature gets double strike or lifelink until end turn. Then you can flash it back. Yeah, that's a uncommon you would definitely want in your wall deck. Iganjo Dynastorian. So a historian of dynasties. That's what that means. 3 mana for 2/3. Vigilance. Whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures, this becomes prepared. Return all enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield? Damn. That's not bad. Oh my goodness. You could do that with the sagas as well. Oh. That's fun. Okay. That could be fun. Ooh, that's a nice hit. Full art, Witherbloom the Balancer. 6 black green for a 5/5. Affinity for creatures. So this costs 1 colorless less for each creature you control. It has flying and death touch. Instants and sorceries you cast have affinities for creatures. So they cost 1 colorless less for each creature you control. Oh, that's really nice. Shieldrick's Edict. It's got Shieldred on it. I should have known. So 1 in a black, they sack a creature token, a creature, or a non-token creature, or a planeswalker that they control. I don't know why it's called Witherbloom. Ooh, foil Shattered Sanctum. Oh, I love that art. Is great. Oh, that's an elemental. Oh, that's from the commander set. So a 1/1 elemental token, and then a Phyrexian Mirror, a 2/1. Oh, that means Brea is going to be in the commander deck, I believe. Oh, Witherbloom the Balancer. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I like him. All right, those 3 in that stack. These 3 here. I think I need sleeves. Question is, where did I put them? Here we go. All right. Pack number 6 of the box. And we have another art card. Tomekeeper. Titan's Grave. Zamone's Experiment. This is not a mouse pad. This is a playmat. Zamone's Experiment. 3 and a green. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You reveal 2 creatures or lands from among them. Put the rest on the bottom of your library. Put all land cards revealed this way onto the battlefield tapped, and all creature cards revealed this way in your hand. Oh, okay. Prismari Charm we've seen, and now I get to see how the daggers look, or at least elemental fishes or something. Okay. Molten Note. Oh, this is, we just had a foil of it. It's the, I recognize cards. That is Requisition Raid. Because it's got the 3 different sprees. All right, Havoc, have fun watching WrestleMania. I know I need to stream more. It's a bit of a problem I have. Monstrous Rage in foil. Mountain in foil. Tragedy Feaster, the 7/6. Oh. Noctamen Lore Spinner. 3 mana, 3/3. Beginning your upkeep, if a player has 1 or fewer cards in their hand, this creature becomes prepared. And then a Wheel of Fortune. Each player discards their hand and then draws 7 cards. Crazy. Vastland Scavengers extended art. 1 green, 4/4, Death Touch. Enters prepared. And then Bind to Life, mill 7 cards. Then put a creature card from among them on the battlefield. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know this one. So we go to blue, then we go to rare. This isn't Brain Freeze. What the heck is this one? Oh, this is Days. Oh, okay. Yeah, so Days is... Where is it? You may return an island you control to your hand rather than pay the 2 mana. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. Ooh, Moseo Vane's New Dean. 3 mana for 2/1, flying. When it enters, make a 1/1 green and black pest. When it attacks, you gain a life. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, return up to 1 target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. Oh, wow, okay. That's really cool. His little staff lights up really well, too. I don't know. Oh, that's flashback. All right. Boop, boop, boop. You 3 there. And you 3 there. Fractal Mascot. Not horrible for the foil. The Worm. Helping Hand. Feed the Swarm in foil. Nice. Joined Researchers. Immoral Bargain. 1 black green. Additional cost to cast this. Stack X creatures. Destroy X non-land permanents. Okay, so very good for a token deck, and then you're just like pop, pop, pop. Blow up a bunch of stuff. Planner Engineering. We saw that earlier. Damn it, I don't know this one. Crop Rotation. All right, yeah. Additional cost, sack a land, and then you search your library for 2 lands. Right? Is that, am I remembering correctly? Yeah, additional cost, sack a land, search your library for a land. Ooh, and the Magma Blood Archaic in extended art foil. That's cool. Oh, that's Rouse Eric. Nice. All right, so you 3 there, you 3 there. Grapple with Death, Terramorphic Expanse, Witherbloom Charm, green, black. You may sack a permanent. If you do, draw 2 cards. Gain 5 life. Or destroy a non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. Colossus of the Blood Age. 4 red, white for a 6/6. When it enters, it deals 3 damage to each opponent and you gain 3 life. When it dies, discard any number of cards, then draw that many plus 1. This is not Days. This is an uncommon blue. This is Spell Pierce. That's very cool. Counter a non-creature spell unless its opponents pay 2. Very nice. God, I don't know this one either. Repel Calamity. Destroy creature with power or toughness 4 or greater. Stormcarved Coast. Enters tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. It's the blue-red of the cycle. Coercive Impetus. 2 and a black. Enchant creature. Gets +1/+1 and is goaded. Whenever the enchanted creature attacks, you draw a card and lose a life. So you enchant one of your opponent's creatures, you're getting the benefit of drawing a card, and it's not going towards you. Ooh, Emeritus of Abundance. 3 mana for 3/4. Vigilance enters prepared. Whenever this creature attacks, if you control 8 or more lands, it becomes prepared. Regrowth, return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Yeah. Pongify in foil. Blue, instant destroy creature, can't be regenerated. Make a 3/3 ape. And an extended Great Hall of the Biblioplex in foil. Very cool. Foil Fractal. Foil Pest. Alright, so Pongify. The Emeritus is pretty cool. Alright. Focus up. Cool. Ooh. I like it. Oh. Shared Roots. Repel Calamity. Plains. Germination Practicum. 3 green. Put 2 counters on each creature you control with the Paradigm aspect. Very cool. Scorched Geyser. Enters tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands from the commander deck. Mind Over Matter we saw. Pyretic Ritual we saw. And a Full Art Nita. Cool. A little Pest and a Sapperling. All right, 3 packs left. Oh, we got the Elemental Mascot in foil. Oh, that's beautiful. That's nice. Oh, we got the horse, too. It's a fire horse. Abigail, 1 white, black for 2/3. Flying whenever you cast a creature spell, become prepared. 1 and either a white or black, put a counter on target creature. Very easy to make her prepared. She is very good. Stargaze. I don't know what this one is. Okay, green on... This is Knockout Maneuver. Is there, like, foil etched versions, too, or no? This would just be the foil version. Okay, so Knockout Maneuver. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent controls. That's very cool. Yeah, this is definitely... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's definitely not the silver. Oh, no! Wait! No, this is. This is the Silver Scroll foil version of it. Which is weird, because this is... I would have thought that would have been silver. Yeah, this is number 184. So this is the Silver Scroll foil. Which makes me want to recheck the Brothers at end. So we'll do that in a second. We get the Forest. Wild Growth Archaeac. Either 2 colorless green, 2 colorless green, so 2 to 4 mana. Trample Reach, Converge. Enters with a +1/+1 counter. Whenever you cast a creature spell, that creature enters with X additional +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of colors spent to cast it. So you can have this enter as a 4 mana 4/4. Or no, a 3 mana 4/4. Wait, no. No, yeah, so it will either be a 2 mana 1/1, a 3 mana 3/3, or a 4 mana 4/4. I don't think you can make this a 2 mana 2/2. So. Ooh, Killian, Decisive Mentor from the Commander decks. 1 white-black, 2/3. Whenever an enchantment you control enters, tap up to 1 target creature and goad it. Whenever one or more creatures that are enchanted by an aura you control attack, draw a card. Very cool. Facilitator's Duelist. This is, I think, Deflecting Palm. Yeah. The next time you would take damage, prevent it, and then deal that much damage to any source. And suspend aggression. Ooh. This is a nice snake token. And a zombie token. Okay, so. Let me relook at. Yeah, it was this one. The Brotherhood End. Number 169. Oh, okay. This one right now, market price is unavailable, but there are 29 listings starting at $50. That's not bad. Okay, so they're not doing that weird, like, foil etch treatment that they were doing last time. It's either regular foil, or that's slightly incorrect. They're doing regular foil, and then this version of foil etched, they're calling the Silver Scroll foil. Fields of Strife. Pick your poison. Yeah, this is the opponent's acts an artifact, enchantment, or a creature with flying. And this one I don't know. Is that one? Royal Treatment. Okay. Yeah, so something gets +1/+1 until end turn, and then you give it the Royal Roll token. What? Oh no, target creature gains hexproof, and then it gets the Royal Roll, which gives it +1/+1 and ward. That's right. Applied Geometry, we've seen. Abstract Performance, 5 and a blue. Exile the top 4 cards of your library in a face-down pile. Then exile the top 4 cards of your library in a face-up pile. An opponent chooses one of those piles. Put that pile into your graveyard. Look at the cards in the other pile. You may cast a spell from among them without paying its mana cost. It's a weird fact or fiction. Choreographed Sparks in extended art. Crop Rotation in foil. Very cool. And, ooh, Echoing Symposium in borderless foil. Very cool. Feed the Swarm. Haha. All right, and last pack. Let's also sleeve up, or, yeah, sleeve up that and sleeve up this. So, you two, oh, you there, you two there, you there. All right. Repel Calamity and bulk up. Grave Researcher, 3 mana, 3/3. Beginning your upkeep, surveil 1. Then, if there are 3 more creature cards in your graveyard, this becomes prepared. You can reanimate. Put a creature card from your graveyard on the battlefield under your control. Oh, it's just from a graveyard. And then you lose life equal to the mana cost. Yeah. Forum Filibuster, 3 white. Beginning of your upkeep, create a 2/1 white and black Inkling token with flying. When you do, return up to 1 target or enchant equipment card from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to the token. Ah, cool. Another Pox Plague, extended art. I don't know what the fuck you are. Mythic. It is not just Guys Will. Crackle with Power. Deals 5 times X damage to each of up to X targets. Ooh, and a foil borderless Quandrix to end it off. Quandrix to proof. 4 green, blue, 6/6. Flying, trample, cascade. Instants and sorcery spells you cast have cascade. We have an elemental bird and a treasure. Not bad. I like the Quandrix. The Quandrix is cool. Alright, so we have these here, these here. So I like to analyze the collector box based on the number of mythics we get, which I know it's not always about the mythics, but there have been commander boxes where we have done very poorly. Alright, so 4 regular mythics. 2 dragons, an Emeritus, and a Symposium. One of those. I guess you could consider that one. Berserk is definitely. Wait, where'd the other one go? Where'd the, not the crop rotation. Yeah, that one, I guess you could consider, even though it's only a rare. So we only got 1 mythic of the Mystical Archon. No, we got 2 mythics. Okay. 1 mythic from the commander. And that's it from that. So ignoring this, we got 7 mythics, which isn't horrible. 7 mythics and 2 rarer versions isn't bad either. Why is that one's name so much longer? Oh no, it's also, yeah, okay. Yeah, the name does change. Okay. Yeah, so, that one wasn't horrible. I don't think. I think we could have done a little maybe better on some of the Japanese Mystical Archives, but honestly, very fun. I liked it. So, Havoc, I know you're already gone. Drake, thanks for stopping by as well. Appreciate you. If anyone was lurking, appreciate you guys as well. Would love to see you guys in the chat sometime. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for now. And yeah, when we come back, we'll be streaming something. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you soon.